Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again and another weekly market outlook. Hope you are good, doing well, enjoying your weekend, and obviously getting ready for December for holidays and for next year for 2021. Let's look at the website and then we're gonna look at the setups for next week. If anyone want to join us looking for a group membership or looking for training, just simply go to techtradingacademy.com, check membership levels. Membership levels are there. If you're looking for group training, you can go ahead. If you're looking for one-on-one, fill that form and send that form to me for further information. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Now let's look at the social sites where you can follow me for ideas, updates, and for setups. Just simply go to my TradingView profile, or you can get all these links from my YouTube channel under the description box. So go to signature, go to my TradingView profile, check the signature. So you can get all those links from their website, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Slack group and Telegram. So Slack group is for paid members. Now let's look at the setups. We are having some setups on TradingView. Now let's look at them. Some opportunities are setting up over there. We are having risk on move. Risk on move is still strong. And there is no uncertainty at the moment. Last week, news broke out that Donald Trump giving access to Biden administration for transition, all right? And that was a positive news. We had vaccine news. All these news were positive, which were lifting the market for upside, which was lifting the equities and risk assets for upside. So we are having strong risk on move since last week. And there is still an uncertainty which can drive the market lowers for correction, and that's the Brexit, all right? So we may have outcome of that within the next couple of days, 2 weeks, all right? 31st December is the deadline, and tomorrow is going to be the 30th of November. And the summer is going to start from next week, all right? And just 1 month left. So either we're going to have deal or we're going to have no deal. Yeah. So if we are not going to see deal, all right, then we may see some weaknesses on the pound, and that weaknesses also can drop the equities lower for correction, all right? And risk on move is already there. We are expecting correction in the markets, all right? Even though there is still strong risk on move, yeah? So that uncertainty can drive the market lower. Brexit uncertainty, all right? So can drive the market lower for short to medium term, and then again, longer term, we may see continuation on risk on assets, all right? So let's look at the setups on the trading view. So euro pound, there is bigger daily or weekly flag is information, okay, on euro pound. So this pair going to be under considerations for next 1 to 2 months, all right? So if deal, then we may see weaknesses on the euro against the pound, all right? And if we are going to see no deal, okay, then this pair can spike up aggressively and can continue up to 1, all right? Up to 1, you know, it can tag up to 1 euro against the pound, okay? Then we may see sharp breakup, okay? Then sharp, like this previous one, okay? And then we can see sharp breakout is already there, okay? So this flag, as I said before last week, okay, watch that low for continuation for upside. So we got the bottom over there at this previous low, prices pushing higher, okay? Now we are anticipating this to break out aggressively, keep correcting and keep pushing higher aggressively, all right? So keep pushing higher, and let's see if breakout is not going to continue, and we are going to see another leg lower back to that low next week, all right? And price is going to visit that low. So then simply watch again same move, all right, from this previous bottom or slightly new low, okay? And this bigger weekly flag to break out and continue to go higher. Okay, so euro pound can visit the one area if we are not going to see deal. All right, one euro against the pound. Okay, it can visit that top, that place. So that move, that wave going to be driven by no deal. All right, so next couple of weeks are very important for pound pairs. All right, so dollar CAD, this is a risk off move. All right, so we are looking at risk off move on this chart. Okay, so another risk of move on this chart, dollar CAD. So we were expecting this to break out next week. We got some, bounce off there, but we didn't see continuation, all right? And price is still dragging lower. So when market gonna open, watch it to bounce off aggressively, correct, and keep pushing higher all the way back to that top, all right, or new high. So make sure you buy when you see that there is a bounce off, all right? Aggressive move, bounce off is coming over there. So don't jump into the market before the bounce off, all right? Because it can keep dragging lower slowly, all the way back to that low, or slightly can drag lower than this floor and then can return aggressively for upside, okay? So let's look at the old chart. So you see there, price was dragging lower, and then we got the bounce off slightly lower than the area where we were anticipating that bounce off to appear over there. Okay, so that can happen again. So make sure you get into the trade on time rather than getting into the trade before. Okay, so very much same analysis on the dollar index. Dollar index is still struggling. So either dollar index gonna break that low and gonna form new low, all right, are gonna bounce off, all right, aggressively from these lows, the way it has done there, or the way it has done there previously. So it is struggling, pushing lower, slowly, forming a very nice wedge. Okay, so you anticipate, you're looking for bounce off, very aggressive bounce off, okay, and correct and push up to that top. Okay, so again, no deal can drive that higher, that top. So you're looking for a strong aggressive bounce off on the dollar index from that low. Okay, if bounce off is not coming, then let that keep dragging lower. Okay, let that keep dragging lower, let that form new low. All right, then again after forming new low, it will, yeah, let that drag bit lower, and then again they're going to be a counter trend trade. Okay, because the move is pretty slow, the move is not so aggressive to the downside. All right, so it's slightly can push lower and then again can bounce off back to these areas. So if you're selling there at these lows, then make sure you understand that price still can get back after breaking the previous lows. So watch bounce off. So Euro Australian dollar is also going to be a good trade. Again, there is no uncertainty. We are anticipating some risk off assets to gain. All right. So euro against the Australian dollar is also struggling at that low, at that floor. Okay, very much same analysis like the last week. So you're looking for this to hold that and bounce off and go into that direction. Okay, so last time where we were looking for this to go lower, this move, right? That move. So we had that move. Price is sitting at the bottom, struggling to push more lower. So you're looking for bounce off and buy opportunity on that chart. All right. So euro and New Zealand dollar. So euro New Zealand dollar is also struggling, pushing more lower. So we were anticipating it to break out. Yeah, so we got some move back to the trend line, then again broke on lower, right? And we were anticipating either to break out, okay, either to break out or go for another leg lower. So we got another leg lower on the euro New Zealand dollar. Not a surprise, all right? Then we were anticipating it to go higher. So we again got another corrective move over there, and then again next leg lower. Okay, so now we are having a very nice reversal formation over there. Okay, so this euro New Zealand dollar chart to break out aggressively over there, okay, from these lows, these previous bottoms. Okay, so there is a flag there, that flag. So that flag to break out aggressively, correct, and keep pushing higher, go all the way up to the trend line. Okay, we may see another nice move on this chart and for up to 77 or 78 areas. All right, if I'm going to look at this previous chart, right, so that chart played really well. Okay, now price is struggling at that floor, at that low. So you're looking this to break out. Okay, this to break out aggressively, correct, and go back up. So your short-term target going to be that top. Right. So very much similar kind of move like we have seen previously for upside on this chart. All right. So pound dollar. This chart going to be important chart next week, as I said, if there is going to be a no deal. Okay. So 50-50 chances are there. Okay. No one knows that what is going to come out. Right. We don't know what results going to be. All right. So even no one knows, those who are talking, even they don't know what is going to be the outcome. All right. And so once we're going to have final say, then we're going to see sharp break up and price going to keep pushing higher, or we're going to see sharp sell to the downside. All right. So based on the price action, based on the pattern which we are having, we are anticipating another leg lower. All right. We are anticipating sharp breakdown. Okay. So at least price to tag that low. All right. This move. Okay. This formation. Right. So we are currently anticipating uncertainty. All right. We are anticipating that no deal scenario is more likely at the moment, because talks are keep dragging, right? So that can drive the pound aggressively lower. We are anticipating no deal outcome, yeah, before 31st of December. Yeah, they may extend, they may do something to extend this transition period again. All right, if not, then we may see, I mean, if we are good, first of all, positive. Okay, if we are going to see deal, then this pattern is not going to form over there. We're going to see more upside, aggressive upside. Okay, price going to continue to keep pushing lower. So pound pairs are like a gambles. All right, I mean gambling, right? Nothing is clear at the moment, but based on the price action, based on the pattern, we are anticipating that pound gonna drag lower within the next couple of weeks. All right, so you're looking for a sharp sell over there, very much same like that, and at least pound to tag 26. All right, or go up to much lower, up to 20, before going to resume the trend for longer term reversal. All right, so flat formation. All right, so flat formation back to that low. All right, so New Zealand yen. Okay, so we had the triangle. That triangle broke out far upside, not to the downside. All right, and New Zealand dollar is still strong. The reason why we had the strength on the New Zealand dollar, because New Zealand dollar, New Zealand got the access to the ASEAN countries market. All right, and for their dairy products. All right, and that's driving the New Zealand higher. Okay, and even during the recession, we haven't seen worse scenario in New Zealand than we have seen in Australia or other countries. All right, and New Zealand dollar did not dropped extremely the way we have seen weaknesses on the Australian dollar. So this currency is still strong, right? And as I said, if no deals outcome is going to happen, right, then we're going to see weaknesses on the pound. Okay, then this pair is going to drive much lower as with compared to the other pound pairs. All right, because New Zealand dollar has extended a lot. It has extended a lot, so it has to either correct, all right, or drop. So more upside is limited without correction. All right. So more upside is limited without correction. So at least that correction, all right, like that flag, and then keep pushing higher, or drop aggressively. All right, drop aggressively back to these lows. All right, or you can say that 50% of that whole move. All right. So Brexit uncertainty can give strength to yen pairs. All right, and also when keep things simple. All right, when equities are forming new high, when equities are at new highs, all right, means that there is no uncertainty. People are just piling their cash in to the equities, all right. Then you're gonna see weaknesses on the yen, all right. And then yen gonna keep losing its value. Yen gonna keep losing its value until there is no uncertainty, all right. Uncertainty can hit the market at any time, all right, and can drag the equities lower, and you're going to see strength on the yen. So the best way to trade is buy equities, and when there is uncertainty, buy yen. So it means that counter the yen weaknesses and buy the dip on equities. Okay, that's a best strategy for for rather than selling the equities. All right, and world is not going to be, I mean, stable all the time, right? You're going to see uncertainties all the time, all right? So keep going against the strength on this chart, all right? Or weaknesses against the yen weaknesses. So watch the top, watch for stronger sell and sell it. If price slowly keep pushing higher, don't panic. Let the price fall aggressively, get into the trade, because you're going to see more return, okay? You're going to see more return on yen pairs when equities are forming new highs, okay? When I mean, when uncertainty going to hit the market. So looking for correction or bigger drop. All right, so same on this chart. So we are having slow corrective move on the New Zealand dollar. Yeah, New Zealand dollar is just keep pushing higher within that ascending wedge, okay? And looking for aggressive sell on the kiwi, yeah, at least visit these areas, okay, or go a bit more lower. Yeah, if you're not gonna get aggressive sell over there and we're gonna get a correction, okay, then keep pushing more higher. Okay, so update is there. We were anticipating sharp sell last week, but we got a sharp sell over there. Okay, we did not see more downside, all right. So prices still keep pushing higher. So you are looking for again same aggressive sell over there on the kiwi, okay, and correction, and this is going to be the trade back to the 77 area, right, or 55 areas. 55 is a bit more lower. Okay, so strength on the kiwi is telling us that risk on assets are on charge, okay, and people are more confident in buying risk on assets, all right. The correction is due. Okay, so dollar yen is also a good chart to watch. All right, and we got a breakout last week. Okay, we were anticipating this to hold there and breakout of that flag. We got a breakup. Another correction is in formation. We are looking aggressive breakout on this chart too. Okay, go all the way back to that top. That's the target. All right, or go up to 107 or 108 areas. All right, so dollar yen to breakout and continue to keep pushing higher. Okay, so Bitcoin dropped last week aggressively. As I told you guys that it's testing the previous top, so aggressive sell can come at any time. Okay, so same again, we're going to look at the lower time frame. Okay, there is a correction, that correction to break down aggressively and it to go at least up to 13,000 or 12,000. So important coins to watch is the others, all right. Okay, other coins like Ripple, Ethereum, Litecoin. So other coins which are still sitting at the floor, they can spike. Okay, they can spike up at any time. So watch them. And Bitcoin to drag lower, go into a correction. Okay, so we are having pullback. All right, so we are having correction. So this chart is not updated. That chart is updated. All right, so we are having correction. That correction is a bit deeper right now. It's running around 18,100. All right. So we're gonna look at the lower time frame. Okay, if this correction is not breaking sharply, then let the price retrace 100% all the way back to that top. Okay, or slightly go beyond that. Okay, if it goes beyond that, no problem. You're watching this. You're watching aggressive sell. Get into the trade on aggressive sell. Stop behind that. And let the price running down aggressively. Okay, make sure you are going against the trend. Whenever you are selling, make sure you manage your position really well. Okay, if it keeps dragging lower, stay into the trade. If it is not falling very aggressively, all right, and pushing back to top, so either take your profit, all right, or close your trade on break even rather than staying into the trade. Okay, because trend is still there. Price is trying to find a top over there at the previous highs. Okay, and as I said before, smart people are looking to take their money. If I'm going to look at the Bitcoin, all right, Bitcoin cap, the smart money is going away from the Bitcoin. Okay, so what I said last week, if you remember, so people, and smart money is taking their cash away at these areas. Okay, so they took almost 26 billion out over there. So those who are holding their long position on Bitcoin since very long, so they took their money away from there. So almost 27 billion. And then again, all right, so then again they took their almost 61 billion, you can say that, or 60 or 61 billion within there. Again, who's buying these areas? Okay, so we got another almost 38 billions again in the market. So who's buying? Okay, those who are not smart. Okay, those who still believe that Bitcoin gonna keep pushing higher, they are buying. Okay, where they are buying Bitcoin at top close to 20,000. All right, so this is not the smart money. So even if price is going to push slightly more higher, let's say going to go up to 21,000, 22,000. Right, so still you're gonna see that smart people gonna do, they're gonna take their money away. All right, and gonna let the 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 retail traders to jump into the market at extreme price. Okay, and then they're gonna get their money away. Okay, so look at that. Where the market cap was 360 billion. Okay, and it has lost us almost 60 billion within a couple of hours. Okay, so you can say that two days, all right, 2 days, within 2 days, within a couple of days, so 60 billion lost. So if you are a buyer on Bitcoins at that top, all right, so make sure the market cap is 360 billion. Okay, so 60 billion gone. Yeah, 60 billion gone, all right. So you can say that one of, you know, I mean, 1 out of 4 gone in a couple of days. Yeah, so that's smart money. So they are not, smart money is not buying the Bitcoin at the top. Okay, they are realizing their profit. So dump money is buying at the top. Okay, dump money still in the long position. Okay, so they're pushing and trying to push more higher Bitcoin. So let's look at the dollar index first, and then we're gonna look at the others. So dollar index, as I said, dollar index is struggling to push more lower. Okay, so if it drop aggressively from current price, okay, so it's gonna slowly push more lower, right, and then again gonna get back within these areas. So we are not expecting something like aggressive sell over there. We already got a lot of weaknesses on the dollar. Okay, we are expecting it to bounce off very aggressively from current price, all right, and it is struggling. So you're looking for a nice aggressive bounce off when market open, nice aggressive bounce off like that. Okay, get into the trade, put your stop behind that, all right, and look for price to at least tag that top, all right, or another leg higher. Okay, another leg higher like that. Okay, again, no Brexit deal can drive that aggressively higher. So that's your dollar index. Euro dollar. Okay, so euro dollar is still pushing higher. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the daily chart, okay, so very much same like the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, correct. All right, so correct and keep pushing higher and then drag aggressively lower, or give us a short move to the downside. All right, correct and go there. Okay, so upside is limited on the euro dollar. People are expecting that euro dollar gonna go much higher. Let's say gonna I'm gonna go up to one. I'm gonna go there simply. All right. So I mean, we have seen, I was telling you this thing, way before. Okay. So we got a recession in 2008 and we had a recession in 2020. Okay. And we bottomed there. No, people are expecting that this kind of move, okay, much higher, up to you can say that up to 50, all right, so up to 50 recovery. Okay, this move is not making sense at all at the moment, all right. So if this move is going to happen, it is going to create a lot of problem for the for the ECB, all right, a lot of problem for the ECB. Okay, so we're gonna stay longer term bearish on it, right? And any small pop up on the euro dollar going to create a counter trend opportunity for longer term to the downside. All right, so on lower time frame we got last week a nice sell-off on it. Let's look at the euro dollar. So we got a nice sell-off on it, right? But we didn't see continuation there. Almost 100 pip move we got there. Okay, but we did not see continuation, and price recovered and bounced off from this previous low, you can see. So we are looking again similar move, right? So if I'm gonna go to that chart, so you're looking for a aggressive sell over there on the euro dollar, okay, like this aggressive sell, correct, keep dragging lower, okay, and that's the target 16. Okay, so price still, as I said, we are having a risk on moves. Risk on move is still there, okay, and keep pushing higher. Risk on assets are still pushing higher. All right, so you're looking for aggressive sell, correction, and keep dragging lower up to 16. Okay, if aggressive sell is not going to come, all right, they're going to increase that, all right. They're going to increase both central banks, Fed and ECB. They're going to increase the size of asset purchases, all right. Right, they're going to definitely increase that, okay, because they want equities to push more higher, all right, and inflation to pick up, so more money is going to come in the market. Okay, so if keeps pushing higher, don't panic, all right. So wait for the aggressive sell. So you shouldn't be after these couple of pips, all right. So 40-50 pips, so it can go up to 16 again, all right. So it means that 400 to 500 pips move going to be over there on this chart, back to these areas, I guess, up to 16 or a bit more lower. So dollar chief, very much same analysis like last week, all right. So if I'm going to look at the previous chart, all right. So previous chart is US dollar chief chart, all right. So we got a nice bounce off on it. They are sitting at the bottom, okay. So dollar chief is sitting at the bottom, euro sitting at the top, dollar index sitting at the floor, all right. And it's getting back again at the floor, okay. So we were looking for buy there every time it comes close to the lows, all right. So looking for buy, we got that move, okay, but then again it went lower. So last time we were looking for buy there, okay, we got a break up and then again it dragged lower. So recently this chart, okay, recently that chart, so we are having a correction over there, okay, a nice correction is there, this ABC move. Okay, so price still can keep slowly pushing lower all the way back to that low, as I said last week. Okay, so this correction, we were looking for this to bounce off from there. We got a couple of bounce off, but we did not see aggressive move. Okay, so it's pushing lower. So it can bounce off even without hitting that low, right? It can bounce off, okay? It can bounce off aggressively. It can bounce off from current price, from 90-50, all right? And can break out and can continue to go higher back to that top, all right? So you keep close eyes on this flag, all right? This ABC move. Okay, this ABC move to rise aggressively and break the top and continue to go higher. If bounce off is not coming, all right, then let this keep dragging lower slowly the way it is doing right now. Okay, and once price going to tag that low, then again watch this aggressive move. This is going to be the short-term trade like that. Okay, short-term trade there back to that top, and medium-term trade is there, and longer-term trade going to be much higher in this chart. Okay, so another leg is just coming over there, so not surprise. Yeah, this pair is not surprising, right? So either keep pushing lower all the way back to that low and then bounce off, or bounce off from current price. All right, so bounce up something like that. So keep eyes on lower time frame, and 90, 20, 19, 1940, 19, 90, 91 going to be the good price to watch it to jump. So dollar CAD is very much same. Okay, dollar CAD is very much same like the New Zealand dollar. If I'm going to invert that chart, very much same like, not New Zealand dollar, but very much same like the Australian dollar US dollar chart. Okay, so correct ABC move, right? This ABC move, okay, and keep pushing higher, or aggressively drag lower. So we are not currently looking this move. Okay, so we are looking this to drag lower. Okay, back to that low, at least up to that low, or up to this area, this place. All right, so we are having 100% retracement on this chart. Right, we had a shock there. Now we are having 100% retracement, so we are expecting it to hold these areas, 129 or 130 area. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, so there is a nice correction, very much similar like the dollar chief chart. Okay, so you're looking for this to boom breakout and continue to go higher all the way back to that top. Okay, or short-term trade back to this area. So if you're a seller, okay, so you shouldn't be seller over there at these areas at the current price. Okay, it's not at a good spot to sell. Right, so even if it is going to push more lower, okay, and going to break that low, so still price gonna correct. So look for bounce off and go back up from the previous low. So same chart, right? So if I'm gonna invert this chart, very much same like the dollar CAD. Okay, so we are anticipating this move, at least something like that. Okay, or you can see that a flat formation over there. Okay, and then keep dragging lower. Okay, or go bit more deeper. All right, so again, if it is going to break lower, right, or break higher, okay, then there going to be a correction, deeper correction, right? Not a small correction, deeper correction. So Australian dollar is at a good spot to watch it to drag lower aggressively. All right, so we tried shorting it couple of times, all right, and small profit taking over there, all right, these areas. So we are neutral. I mean, we were neutral within these areas because we are waiting right now for aggressive sell, as I said, on the New Zealand dollar chart. Okay, so this wedge is in formation, so that wedge to break down. So we are having that wedge everywhere, or divergence, you can see that is everywhere. So that divergence to play out. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, I'm going to remove that. So price slightly can go beyond that top. Okay, it can slightly push more higher. Okay, that doesn't means that there is a buy opportunity. Okay, so there's going to be a counter trend trade, right? So let me tell you another interesting thing, right? Those who are still believe that there is a buy opportunity. I mean, risk on move gonna stay there. Okay, what is the extreme price we have seen on New Zealand dollar against the dollar? Okay, so the extreme price was that 88, or you can say that 90 cent, right? And where we are, 70. Okay, almost 20 cent move left over there. Okay, this 20-cent move is left over there to hit the extreme. All right, so like another leg over there, like that. Okay, so there should be extremely ideal conditions economically everywhere in the world, right? Then we're going to see that 20 cent move on the New Zealand dollar all the way back to that 90. Extreme, extreme ideal conditions means that there is no uncertainty at all, or we can say that economic boom, right? So if economic boom is going to be over there, then we're going to see more aggressive move for upside, all right? Means that central banks gonna create bubble, right? They're gonna create bubbles in asset prices, right? So asset prices going to create bubbles, right? They're going to let the asset prices keep pushing higher. They're going to keep piling money in through asset purchases, right? They're going to keep the interest rate close to zero. They will let the assets to keep pushing higher. And what they're gonna do at the end, once that bubble gonna be much higher, they're gonna pop that bubble up, right? And we're gonna see aggressive sells on the risk on assets. All right, that's what we have seen in 2008. All right. Okay, then we have seen bubble popped up there. Risk on assets went lower. All right. So that's very less likely, right? At very less likely. Okay, we're gonna see a stable market, sideways market. All right, not a strong aggressive market for more upside. Yeah. So this is very less likely. Okay, so what we can see, all right, we're gonna see, yeah, another leg lower. Okay, if we are going to see another shock, another dip, then another leg. Okay, for that formation. Okay, that formation. So more likely price gonna stay sideways. All right, so it's gonna stay stable. Okay, so if it keeps pushing higher, counter it. Okay, upside is limited, counter it. So Australian dollar. Okay, so Australian dollar, as I said, we need extreme ideal conditions in the market, all right, for risk on assets. So you're looking for correction, sharp sell from the previous top or slightly go higher and then drop aggressively lower. It's a very simple pattern, simple analysis, no need to do a lot of things, all right? So just simply go to your lower time frame, prices pushing higher, okay, forming these ABC moves. And every time when you see that the top is there, you look in this aggressive sell, correct, and drag lower. Yeah, buying at those top is not a good idea. If you're a buyer over there, you can buy it for 20-30 pips, right? But when it's gonna drop, it's gonna drop something like 2 to 300 pips, all right, or 400 pips move gonna be over there for the downside on these assets, all right? So you should go after that rather than going for buy. So if you're gonna buy, how much return you're gonna get in ideal conditions? Let's say 400 pips, all right? Back to that top, right? So on a correction, you're usually going to get at least 2 to 300 pips on these assets or on these charts, risk on charts. So counter it. So pound is struggling. Okay, as I have shown you this pattern formation. Next week, when we're gonna have again trade talks, UK and EU gonna start talking, then you look in this aggressive sell, and fall back to the downside. So make sure when you are trading on these charts or in the pound pairs, make sure you trade with stop loss. Don't trade without stop loss on these on the pound. Okay, this is going to be a volatile currency. Either way it goes. If you're buying, okay, make sure you use stop loss. If you're selling, make sure you use stop loss. All right, don't trade without stop loss on the pound. Yeah, either way it goes, it can move very, very aggressively. All right, so we're anticipating it to move lower. Okay, so move lower. So this move. Okay, so when market open, this to drag lower aggressively. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, price is struggling, right, to push more higher. So every time when you see that the price is coming back to these tops, all right, 34 areas, struggling, okay, and struggling there. So you look in these drops from there, aggressive drop from that top, and this to go lower aggressively. Right, so on daily chart, simply another leg lower within the ABC move. This ABC move. Again, Trade with care on the pound pairs, all right? And then we'll see how that flag gonna play out. Right, so dollar yen, as I said, let's straight away go to the lower time frame flag, which I have just shown, right? So that flag to break out next week. Okay, flag, very nice flag is over there. Chart I have just shown you that this flag to break out. So there is possibility that the price can keep dragging lower slowly, all the way back to that low, all right? Okay, so there's going to be a buy opportunity from this low, or even let's say it's going to push more lower back to that low. These pips are not important. Okay, so 100 pip is not important for you. So you should be trade into that direction, should be trade into a buy side, all right? So because the buy move gonna be a nice longer term. Let's look at some old charts, okay? Old dollar yen charts. Okay, this is the bigger time frame analysis we are looking. Every time when we are having new low on the dollar yen, boom, breakout, continue to go higher. Okay, so let's look at some old charts, old dollar yen charts. All right, so whenever it is coming close to 10 or 12, we are looking this move. Okay, nice aggressive move we got. And whenever we are having lows on this chart, all right, so let me look at this chart. Okay, so on bottom close to the floor, all right, so we're looking it to go higher. Shown that chart a couple of times before. So I think on the onda I have that chart, right? That chart. So let me check other. Right, so let me check FXCX, FXCM. All right, so let's check this chart. Right, so that's not the right one. Okay, so hopefully we're gonna get those charts from theirs. All right, so there every time and it was coming close to these prices. So selling it, I mean buying from those lows, all right? So all these charts are there. All right, boom, gone back up. So it's a longer term analysis, the dollar yen, all right? So dollar yen buying is a longer term analysis. It's not a short term analysis, all right? I mean, we are going against the trend, against the weaknesses on dollar, against the yen, all right? Because when there's going to be a move, okay, when dollar going to gain, there's going to be a aggressive move and longer term buy opportunity, okay? So these charts and selling from the top, okay? Selling from the top. So we are in a bigger, okay, selling from the top, bigger, weekly flag on the dollar yen, okay? And every time when it goes higher back to the 14 or 13 or within those areas, counter those moves. Okay, and there you got the move finally. Okay, so just recently we have seen that drop. Okay, boom, price went lower, went higher, and then drag lower. So hopefully you got it. Why we are bullish on the dollar yen? Some people are expecting, some experts are expecting that dollar yen gonna keep dragging lower up to these lows. All right. The reason, because interest rate gonna stay low, close to zero for next 4 to 5 years. All right, and there is no reason for buying the dollar against the yen for upside. Okay, they're expecting that it's going to go somewhere close to 100 or 90 areas. All right, so it can only happen in one case if a very sharp aggressive move is going to come. All right, means that we need strong uncertainty into the market, which is going to drive the yen higher and dollar lower. All right. Okay, so that's not going to happen. All right, we are having a stable certain market which is driving the risk on assets higher. All right, and that's what central bank are trying to do. They are trying to push, we are, I mean, push the risk on assets higher. We are close to 96 trillion, right? Almost 96 trillion on global stock market. All right, I mean 96 trillion. I mean, total stock, you can see that liquidity is 96 trillion, all right? So we are going to hit 100 trillion very soon. The global stock market, global stock market. So total going to hit 100 trillion very soon, all right? So you need to print more trillions to push equities more higher. You need more trillions in the market. Central banks need to have more trillions, right? So to put more trillions in the market to push equities more higher. Okay, that's what they are doing. So we can have another 2 to 3 trillion package very soon when Biden gonna come into power next year. They're gonna pass that 1 to 2 trillion package. They're gonna buy on zero interest rate, and again they're gonna put that in the market. So fiscal policy and monetary policy, all putting a lot of money into the market to just keep pushing these assets higher. All right. So if if anything happens, all right, and we see 3 4 trillions are going to wiped out from the market, yeah, then you can expect that dollar yen gonna go up to 90, which is very less likely. So we are not anticipating. So based on the price section, based on the pattern, all right, this to go there. Okay, when this goes there, you're gonna see weaknesses on the dollar, on the gold. Sorry. Okay, you're gonna see gold gonna go. Gold is already pushing lower, as I said last week. All right. So dollar yen going to be the good chart for longer term. Every time when you see that the price is coming close to 104, or simply forming new low or previous low, testing previous low. All right, this was the last week. All right, so you're looking at that trade. Okay, so don't go into that direction. This is not a best trade. All right, so short small pips you can take out from the market. All right, but you can miss the bigger move. So euro yen. Okay, so euro yen can push slightly higher, all right? So it can push slightly higher, slightly can back to that top, all right? So this is not a best pair for us for next week. So we're gonna watch price action for on it, all right, at these areas. We're gonna get price action, then we're gonna go into that trade, all right? So we're gonna look for that wave all the way back to that low, or at least this area, the expanding triangle, okay? So this is not going to be a best chart for next week, all right? But can turn into a best chart once we're going to have price action over there on euro yen, all right? Because this pair is struggling to push more higher. As I said, inflation is close to zero in the Europe, all right? So obviously ECB has to do something to push that higher, right? All right, so it means that they can drag their currency lower the way they have done in 2015, all right? So they drag their currency lower. So something like that to happen again, all right? So not aggressive move for upside on the euro yen. Okay, so euro yen. Okay, when we see strength on the dollar yen, this pair also can push more higher, right? So timing is really important to sell this pair. Okay, so we're gonna stay bearish on this chart. So we're gonna stay bearish on all yen. Okay, I mean we're gonna stay bullish on the yen pair. So push slightly more higher, all right, next week. Okay, push slightly more higher, tag that top or slightly go higher, and then again drag lower this move. Okay, that move. So if I'll try my best to update this chart if I'll see that there is opportunity. All right. So chief yen to keep pushing more higher and drag lower. Okay. Not a best chart. Both are not best chart. Euro yen, but euro yen can turn to be a best chart next week, or after having some price action from those tops. All right. And this to go lower too. So this is not a best opportunity. Okay. So Uzi yen very much same like the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, so slightly push more higher back to that top, okay, and then drag lower that trade back to that low, or all the way back to that low. Okay, so this move, that trade from this previous top, right? Okay, or correct, seem like the dollar CAD ABC move. Okay, this ABC move, that ABC move, dollar CAD or Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, same formation. Okay, and then continue to go higher. Not looking for that move. All right. So we are looking, I mean, stay bearish on these charts, even if they are pushing higher. Okay, look for this trade, look for that, look for sell, not for buy. They are not for buy. These charts are not for buy. Again, Kiwi yen, Uzi yen, they are not for buy. Okay, because there is a bigger trend. So even if we're gonna have another leg lower, there's gonna be a that kind of wave. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, okay. Last week we were looking for this flag to break out. Okay, we did not get breakout. Price went higher. So it slightly can push more higher before going to drag lower back to that top. Okay, so this chart again, I mean, let's look at the bigger time frame chart. Okay, so again, same price slightly went higher. Okay, either correct and stay trending. Okay, correct, stay trending. Okay, we are not interested into this trade. Okay, we are more interested into this trade. Okay, because that trade can drag it all the way back to that low. If anything happens in the market and in the world, uncertainty is going to hit the market. Okay, then we're gonna have a trending move over there. Okay, so for this move, as I said, economic boom is needed for that move. All right, so counter trend. Okay, counter trend from, let's go to the lower time frame. Still trending. Okay, so still trending, still pushing higher, still in a continuation. All right, so still in continuation formations. All right, so slightly can push higher. This is what you are waiting for. Okay, this is what you are waiting for. When you see that that is going to happen, jump into the trade, stop behind that, correct, and more downside. Okay, if you don't see this move, okay, and prices keep pushing higher slowly like that, all right, or pushing another leg, you can trade for short term for upside, all right, but better to counter that on this move. Okay, when you see that this is going to happen, boom, jump into the trade. Okay, because it can drag lower, so counter it, watch for counter sell. CAD yen is not a best pair, all right, so this is what we are looking this to stay sideways, all right, not a best pair, guys. Simply push more higher back to that top and drag lower, or keep dragging lower, so not a best chart to watch for next week. Okay, so pound yen again highly correlated with the outcome of the Brexit deal, all right, and you're looking for this to keep dragging lower. Okay, or same pattern. Okay, ABC move. Okay, another leg higher, or drag lower aggressively back to these lows or that low. All right, so you're gonna look at that. Let me finish these charts first, please. Okay, so correction and then drag lower. Again, no deal outcome we are anticipating, all right, before 31st of December. If deal, then they're gonna continue to keep pushing higher. Okay, we are currently not having buy setup over there on the pound pairs for more upside. Okay, they're gonna surprise if there is deal, all right, so they're gonna surprise for more upside. Okay, but they're not at the best spots where you should look for buy on them. So trade with care. Okay, so if you're a, I mean, big players, or I mean, you're having a decent capital, so you must not get into the market before the 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 outcome of the trade deal, all right, because it's going to be a gamble. So you must get into the trade once that the things are clear, all right, price action is clear and the outcome is clear. I'm saying that since last couple of months, all right, then you should jump into the market. Okay, because they're going to be a decent move, so we are anticipating this to drag lower. Okay, and correct on lower time frame and keep pushing lower. Okay, so euro New Zealand dollar, as I have shown this chart. Okay, so trying to break out, so ranges are getting tight. Okay, so ranges are getting tight on this wedge, and you're simply looking for this aggressive move, correct, and go back up. Okay, so your short-term target is this. If it keeps dragging lower, okay, let's say if it keeps dragging lower, okay, so this setup is not going to change. Okay, this opportunity is going to stay there. All right, so pattern is not going to change. Price going to stay within that pattern. All right, so it's struggling. Simply price is simply struggling, push more lower, so you should be a buyer over there every time, and you see that this is dragging lower. Okay, so let me check if I do have charts, full charts. I don't think so. I have update over there, so let me check on a 4-hour time frame if I do have a chart. Okay, so this is, I don't have chart over there on this. Let me try on different time frames. Maybe I'm gonna get not on 6. Let me try on the 8. Not on the 8. So let's go to the 4 and let's show you the. I'm sure I do have, but not on the trading view. Maybe in our group, all right? But I have shown you that bias opportunity as well when that was happening, all right? Maybe in Telegram, okay? So you can get that chart maybe in Telegram. Look, so this is what you are waiting for, okay, on the Euro New Zealand dollar, because that's what you're waiting for. So the move was so huge from 63 to 66, almost 300 pips move was there. Yeah, that single candle just removes, I mean, gained 300 pips. So this is what you are looking on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, if not that, then at least that kind of move. All right, that kind of move and buy. Okay, so it's struggling. If it's still, yeah, how this is going to change? Okay, if this is going to happen, very very aggressive move, something like that is going to come, then this pattern going to change. As long as prices keep dragging lower slowly within that wedge, okay, so pattern is not going to change. I mean, setup is not going to change. All right, so you're looking for this to 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 break out aggressively. So means that every time when you said there is low, all right, every time when you see that there is low on Euro New Zealand dollar, so you're looking for a counter trend trade, you're looking for a buy there. This is going to be a good chart to watch. All right, good chart, not just this chart, all New Zealand dollar charts. All right, is there going to be a good move? They have extended a lot. There was a lot of good news. Based on that, New Zealand dollar extended a lot, okay, and the rest of the market is still behind. All right, so same pattern, same setup like the Euro New Zealand dollar, sharp sell, correct on lower time frame, that trade. All right, correct, go higher or drag lower all the way back to that low, okay, or this move, okay, this move there. So same setup, okay, this is also a same opportunity. All right, so same setup, same opportunity, but Euro New Zealand dollar is much better, okay, because they're going to be more pips as with compared to this chart, okay. So there is still flag, it can drag lower, okay, but you are looking this move and buy from the lows, right? Same opportunity. If it keeps pushing higher slowly, all right, let's see if it keeps pushing higher slowly, okay, this is not going to change that trade. All right, this is still going to be a sell opportunity. Again guys, let me tell you why that setup is not going to change, why is still sell setup going to be over there. Okay, the reason is that chief is a safe haven currency. Okay, this is safe haven. Let me tell you in a different way. Okay, or let me tell you. Okay, so Nikkei index is going higher. Okay, so Nikkei index is going higher. Let's look at the clean chart first, where you guys gonna understand that. Okay. Then we're gonna look at this. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the bigger time frame analysis, bigger time frame. Okay, so we had tremendous rise on the Nikkei index. It means that people were just piling money in all right, before 1990. Okay, so same thing is happening here again. Okay, so people are piling a lot of money into this, yeah, and trying to push this more higher back to that top. All right, so it cannot keep pushing the way it has done there. Okay, this is very less likely. This move is very less likely. We need a lot of, as I said, 100 trillion. Okay, we need a lot of trillions this time to do something like that, right? So a lot of trillions needed over there. Push more higher. Okay, 96 is 96 trillion. A lot of trillions needed to to. I mean, in simple words, world stock market or global stock market is trying to enter in overvaluation territory. Okay, we are trying to enter into overvaluation. Okay, where we're going to see, I mean, where we can see profit taking, all right, for short to medium term profit taking, which can create a correction and then again can push up, all right. So there we get, I mean, there we can see correction. Okay, correction, this correction. Okay, this correction is due. Okay, we're going to see that correction. So that correction going to give you a trending trade on these currencies. Okay, on safe havens. Okay, on chief. So trending trade is there on the equities, all right, and you are having a pullback on the safe haven, specifically on the chief and yen. Okay, so risk on currencies are struggling against the safe haven, right? So hopefully you got my point now. So the trade you are looking is not the buy there, okay, on these currencies, Kiwi chief. The trade you are not looking that. Okay, the way, similar way I mean, Nikkei index is forming new high, a recent high. Okay, so you are not looking for buy there. You are waiting for them to correct. Okay, so when they're gonna correct, you're gonna get corrective trade. They're gonna fall aggressively. You're gonna get trending trade there. Okay, more money gonna be over there on these, currencies rather than getting into the trade on the Nikkei index. All right, or any other equities. Okay, you're gonna get more pips there because any uncertainty can drive these safe havens higher. Okay, we can see risk on assets gonna struggle, gonna go lower, and risk of assets gonna go higher. Okay? Even though we are not having any uncertainty right now except the Brexit, all right, but still that correction is due. Okay, that correction gonna be over there. All right, so hopefully you got my point. So looking for short sell and that to drive lower. So Kiwi Chief, all right, Kiwi Chief to drag lower. Uzi Chief, same analysis. Okay, another leg can happen. Okay, but not looking for that. As I have shown you, Euro Oz to go higher. Okay, and this to go lower. That trade. If I'm gonna look, let's reverse this. Okay, Trading View has added that feature. That's a good feature. You're looking that to breakout. All right, so from these lows or Uzi Chief to okay that trade. Okay, from these lows, that trade. Okay, that trade. All right, so on the Euro Oz, let's just reverse that, make it right. All right, I have already posted that chart, so you're looking at to break out from the low. All right, so same analysis like the Euro New Zealand dollar chart. All right, hold that bottom, boom, breakout. Okay, correct that trade, back to that top. Okay, last time where I was showing that trade for buy on this chart, when you had that aggressive move. Okay, you got this flag. Okay, and then I was showing this trade. Okay, if you do remember previously, and then sell on this chart from the top. All right, somewhere there within those areas. Let me check if I have a chart on this. There you got. Okay, so go back up to that top again. Okay, so there we can see it's struggling. All right, so it means that market is setting up for the risk off event, all right? Or you can say that setting up for a Brexit scenario, Brexit outcome, okay? Hold these lows and go back up. Okay, so euro, pound, explained already, right? So we are within a weekly correction, you can say that. Okay, so it's setting up for a no deal scenario, euro pound. Okay, struggling to push more lower. Yeah, this can happen. Okay, as I said, deal can drive that lower, but you shouldn't be into that trade from these areas, all right? So you should be into the trade from the top when price was there. Okay, when that was happening, right? Now it's struggling to push more lower and went into a correction, a weekly correction. Okay, when market gonna open this to break out, yeah, this is gonna be the target for short to medium term, all right? Back to that top or at this top. And in extreme conditions, all right, this pair can go up to one. Okay, we have seen one there in not exact one, all right. We have seen 98 in 2008, all right. So it can break out aggressively and can go higher to that much higher, all right. So potential is there on a no deal Brexit for more upside. Okay, so how are you gonna trade? Okay, that's the question. How are you gonna trade? You already missed the buy from these lows. Okay, as I said before, get this correction to break out or let that low to hit. Okay, price already went higher from that low. Okay, so you're looking for this to drag again lower back to these areas. Okay, if so, then you're looking for buy from these areas. If not, right, and news is going to hit the market, no deal news is going to hit the market, all right, then all these corrections should be considered buy opportunity very, very closely. Okay, all these 15-minute corrections are more upside. Yeah, so move is already gone almost with the 80, not, with a lot of pips, all right. So almost with 140 pips, all right. So it still can run for more upside. Okay, chart is already there. So just reverse this chart for the downside or reverse for upside. Okay, very much same analysis. It's struggling, all right, and turning into a weekly correction now. Okay, this whole mess. So no deal is going. If no deal is going to hit the market and UK is going on Australian terms, all right, Australian terms, then we may see weaknesses on the pound. Okay, pound felt some pain on Friday when news broke that trade talks are not going well, and next week may be a deciding week for that. All right. So talks moved in London next week. Talks going to be in London, and it's going to be important. All right. Next week is going to be important for the pound pairs. Okay. So let me go to the lower time frame. We were expecting that flag to break. All right. This flag to break. Yeah, correction went up to that top 100% retracement, then broke out. All right, so price already broken that flag, all right, and again same like the euro pound. Okay, so any 15-minute correction and no deal Brexit news gonna drive it very, very aggressively lower. All right, and again deal gonna push this. Uh, it's I mean, news is not there yet, right? News gonna be over there next week, Monday. So we're gonna have news on Monday or Tuesday. Within next week, we're gonna know that what is going to be the outcome of that. All right. So again, correction and keep dragging lower. Okay. If slowly going back up, as I said on the euro pound. Okay, and this correction is going to get bigger back to that top. All right, and flag is going to get bigger. Then again, go lower from that top. Okay. So expecting that simply sideways market. So EuroCAD gonna be a short too. All right, so let's straight away go to the previous chart. All right, so last week I have shown you this chart. Okay, so same again. Okay, every time when it goes higher, you're looking it to drag lower. All right, so it drag lower from the top. So another correction over there and then drag lower, or go back up. Okay, go back up, test that top and drag lower. Again, no deal. So we are bearish on the pound pairs for next couple of weeks, right? And we'll see how that outcome is going to be, right? The no deal. So so pound to visit these lows, all right? So these lows up to 61.60, right, on pound CAD. All right, so this flag, okay, that flags to go lower. On lower time frame, price slightly went higher after breaking that ABC move. Okay, so you push more higher and then drag lower. Okay, so pound Australian dollar keep dragging lower. Okay, keep dragging lower up to this low or more downside. Okay, up to that low. It has the potential to push all the way back to that 60. All right, 160. So no deal. I'm showing you no deal scenario. I'm not showing you a deal scenario. Okay, so on a deal scenario, yeah, if you're going to have a deal, then there's going to be a strength on the pound. So I haven't shown you buy setup on the pound pairs. I have only shown you sell the pound for next week, for next couple of weeks. So okay, so it can turn the other way, right? So we can see deal. Okay, we can see deal as well. So that's going to drive the pound higher. So if I see that there going to be a buy opportunity on pound pairs, I'll try my best to update. Okay, but so far talks not going well since Friday. Okay, because of that we have seen weakness on the pound. Okay, and go back up and drag lower. All right. Okay, so New Zealand dollar also can keep dragging lower. Last week I was asking you to watch for the price at the bottom and then bounce up. We haven't seen bounce up because Kiwi is strong. So go back up. All right, keep pushing lower. Not a best chart again. All right, not a best chart. Okay, so if you're gonna see, if you see that the bounce off is going to come, okay, then that trade. If bounce off is not coming and price keep dragging lower, let that go. It is not a best chart. Okay, it can keep dragging lower. All right, so correction needed over there on this chart. A buy setup on Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. All right, so you're looking for bounce off that trade, right, from these previous lows. Okay, if not going to bounce off, let that drag lower, okay, and then this trade. Okay, so Uzi can also sell from the previous top. It can keep pushing higher, okay, but buy is not the trade. Okay, so this trade, okay, this ABC move are much lower. So from this top, that trade. You seem like the Australian dollar and US dollar. So slowly push more higher, tag that top and that trade, guys. Okay, so same like the New Zealand dollar. Okay, breakdown sharply, correct that trade. It is still pushing higher. All right, so you look in breakdown and that trade. Okay, this breakout, correct, and that trade. Okay, so Euro CAD is not a best chart. Okay, but Euro CAD to push more higher slightly, expanding triangle, and then drag lower. Formation is already there. Very much same analysis like last week. All right. The Euro to push higher, test that top, and then drag lower. Okay, so watch these areas for buy. Okay, and catch if to drag lower too. You break down and drag lower too. Alright, so break down and drag lower. Catch if go down back to that floor. And Euro Chief also go down. Euro Chief, at least that trade back to that low or previous low, that trade. Sideways market. So Turkish lira is still trending, going into a correction. Nothing changed on this chart. Seemed like last week. Not a best chart at the moment. Okay, not a best chart for retail traders. All right, because you will have to you will have to pay a lot of swap on this chart. Okay, so make sure you check your swap first. All right, and then trade on this chart for trending for upside. Okay, and dollar rand to find a bottom and ABC move. Okay, so back to that top trending move. Okay, still there is no sign for rise. Okay, so you're looking lower time frame breakout, bounce, correct that trade. Okay, like that trade, and go again trending to the downside within that wedge, and then again continue to go higher. So this pattern gonna break up for upside in longer term, as I said before. All right, and this pattern wasn't there, and I was telling you that get ready for that pattern from that top, if you remember. Okay, same pattern, so we are having that. Okay, so 100% retracement is there, so it still can drag lower for 100% retracement. Make sure when you are buying you understand that it still can keep dragging lower before you jump into the trade or trending for upside. So still bearish, this chart is still bearish. So in a lower time frame you're looking for a bounce off. Okay, emerging market currencies are still strong against the dollar, so bounce off, correct, and go back up. Yeah, it still can keep dragging lower. So dollar peso is also same. This wedge gonna break up. Okay, so there is a tiny, you know, channel. Okay, so that channel to break out that trade and keep pushing higher. Okay, or go down for another leg. That pattern. So we're gonna keep looking that formation for next couple of months to years. All right, for next couple of months to years. So let me finish these charts. We're gonna look at them. Okay, dollar Chinese yuan is not a best. Okay, now let's look at the equities and gold and others. Okay, so equities, again, short-term trend still bullish. Okay, but we need a correction over there. Okay, that correction is due. So if you're a short-term traders, okay, so if you see any correction on the equities, then stay short-term bullish and keep taking your profit off. Don't hold that trades for longer term for upside. All right, so I mean these flags. All right, so another flag to appear, whatever price to tag that low, hold that low, and that short-term trade back to that top or new high. All right, or keep pushing higher, correct again. Okay, and short-term buy back to that top or new high. Okay, and get ready for this bigger correction. So when you buy that, make sure you understand that you are buying at the top, buying only for short term, not for a longer term, and are ready for a correction. Okay, S&P 500 index is also same. All right, so short term, this too, keep pushing higher. Short-term trade, new high, keep taking your profit. Don't hold that trade for more upside. Okay, and wait for that correction. Okay, this correction is due even I mean after going up to 4,000. All right, so again, overvaluation going to be a problem for the equities. All right, so overvaluation going to be a problem. So you know, Wall Street is just keep pushing higher, but Main Street is still not there. I guess overvaluation is a problem for the equity. So correction is due. So if you're buying over there at that top at the highs, then make sure you understand that you are buying only for short term, 15 to 30 or 1 hour time frame analysis. That's it. And keep taking your profit off. Let me give you an example. Okay, so these kind of trades you're looking. Okay, that's your trade. Okay, that target and target reached. All right, stop loss somewhere there behind that, small profit, keep taking that. Okay, don't stick to the longer term trade for more upside at these levels. All right, or that trade we were looking that trade in our room. All right, so that trade, from that previous low, this area when we had that correction, so that trade. All right, so almost about to hit that target. Okay, that target. So these short-term trades only. Okay, these short-term trades, and keep taking your profit off. Don't stay longer term bullish at highs. Okay, and keep waiting for, I mean, those who are medium and longer term traders, you keep waiting for at least 5 to 10% drop on equities, okay, like that. 5 to 10% drop going to give you a nice buy the dip opportunity. Okay, so same analysis goes with the Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, so at least tag that low, right? Tag that low, okay, for this buy. All right, our short-term trending trade on 15 to 30-minute time frame, as I have shown, is a gold. All right, let me bring some charts, okay, on gold. Right, so let's look at some old chart on gold. Okay, gold, as I have as I was saying before, that gold may, gold could drop after the US election. Okay, so gold is dropping after the US election. Yeah, as I was telling you that the gold can drop after the US election. So the way it has done in 2016, so it's dropping, all right. And let's look at this chart. All right, that's the chart. Okay, that's the gold chart. We were expecting, that flat formation. Okay, and price hit that 19,000, and then we have seen reversal from that top. Okay, so gold can drag all the way back to that low. Okay, all the way back to that low. Again, for this move we need economic boom. All right, ideal economic conditions for gold to go all the way back to that low 1,000. All right, and this move is not going to be a quick move. Okay, something like that kind of move, this is not going to happen. Okay, so this is going to be a slow move, something like that, the previous one, and gonna take a lot of time to reach over there. It means that 3 to 5 years. All right, so next 3 to 5 years it can take to reach all the way back to that low, and then again continuation for upside. Okay, so that pattern formation, so this pattern formation gonna stay there for next couple of years. All right, right, or or let's look at this chart, or this pattern formation, because last time it took 1575 days, this move. Okay, so similar kind of days it can take gold. So gold sellers, long way to go for the downside. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, okay, so lower time frame, we need another correction. So for next week, another correction to form, and gold to continue to keep pushing lower. Okay, so bigger time frame analysis you have seen. Okay, so a bigger expanding triangle formation is in a play. Okay, for longer term, bigger expanding triangle formation is in a play. Okay, or correct there, tag that trend line and go back up. Okay, so that I have shown you that before as well. So let's look at the lower time frame. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, these corrections to keep forming and gold to keep dragging lower. Okay, these corrections, and another one to form, keep dragging lower, another one to form, keep dragging lower. Okay, so your trades are small. Okay, these are your trades, these are your trades. Okay, that's your trade. Okay, so if you are looking to gold sell at 1800 and looking for something like 400-500 move, okay, this is not a best place to sell the gold for that. If for that, at least you need to wait for a deeper pullback. Okay, that is due. Okay, that pullback is due on gold. Okay, that due. All right, that deeper pullback close to 1900, all right, and then again you can sell it up to 1600 and then up to 1400. So this correction is due before you get into the gold or something like 4 to 500 move, all right. All right, so for short term, okay, so short term, those corrections to form and gold to keep dragging lower and keep taking your profit off. Don't hold that trade for longer term to the downside. All right, so another one to form, that's your trade, okay, or 100% retracement back to that top and then again keep dragging lower. Yeah, so selling gold, selling it for short term, right? As I said, sell gonna take almost 2000 days to reach up to 1000 target. Okay, for that we should have ideal economic conditions, all right, economic boom which is going to drive the gold up to that low for next 3 to 4 years. All right, so your target should be 1600, all right, 1600 off that after having that correction. So silver is also same, silver to go up to 15, all right, so silver also dragged last week. All right, so let's look at the bigger time frame flag. All right, so silver, people were talking about that silver going to go to that top and this and blah blah blah. The gold is, silver is not going there. Okay, so silver started to struggle again. Reason, there is no return, okay, because there is no return on these metals at the moment because economic conditions are improving. So where is return? Return is on the future products. All right, return is on the future products. So what is the future product? Tesla, right? Tesla is going to be the future machine. Silver is not going to be the future machine, all right? So just think about this, okay? So in UK Prime Minister said that they're gonna ban, all right? They're gonna ban diesel and petrol cars in 2030. Okay, obviously they're gonna extend that deadline, all right? They're gonna extend that deadline. Okay? So you are having 10 years, right? 10 years. So what is going to replace that? Obviously electric cars, right? So electric car is the future, right? Yeah, so petrol and diesels, they're gonna lose their value very, very aggressively within the next 10 years, right? Petrol and diesel cars gonna lose very, very aggressively their value, their market value. And electric cars gonna replace that. Okay? Their higher value gonna be with the, higher price, okay, with the electric cars, right? So where is the return, right, on the electric cars, right? Their shares, some electric cars shares are still cheap, and Tesla is just exploding, all right? Tesla is around, more than 5 billion, half a trillion market cap, all right? And it still can run for another 500 billion, all right? It can tag 1 trillion market cap, means that another $4 to $500 move we can see on the Tesla. All right, because there is a lot of supply needs to be over there to reach the demand within the next 10 years just in the UK, all right? And rest of the world gonna follow that. Means that we are moving towards green energy within the next 10 to 20 years. Okay, so products which are climate friendly, we're gonna have demand over there. Okay, so who's gonna buy silver then? So silver only gonna go higher then when there is, no future products, all right? Our future is very uncertain. So you shouldn't be a longer term buyer on that. So you should be buyer on the silver and golds all the time, and they are cheap. Okay, they are cheap. Definitely there is value because they cannot stay cheap forever. So for next week, you're looking for same analysis like the gold, all right? Keep correcting, keep dragging, keep correcting, keep dragging, all right? At this floor, if it bouncing off, okay, like that, like the way it has done there, okay, then there's gonna be a short-term buy, short to medium-term buy back to that top. Again, once price gonna complete that flat formation, keep dragging lower. Okay, this trade can appear over there for next week. For that, bounce off is needed over there. Okay, from this previous low at 2170. So the target on silver going to be 17, the average price or the production or close to production cost. Okay, so Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is at the top. Let's straight away go to the daily chart. Okay, so correction is due on Bitcoin, all right? This correction, okay, for more upside or Bitcoin to go into this sideways market. Okay, Bitcoin to go into this sideways market again there, these areas. Okay, so yes, there is a perfect, sense that there is, 21 million Bitcoins, all right? And demand is restricted. Okay, you're not going to have no more Bitcoins than 21 millions, all right? And based on that, price should keep rising, right? Price should not drop. Okay, so it makes sense. But the 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 alternative is that some central banks are also jumping into the market, all right, with their digital currency. Like China, they have already introduced some coins just in China, all right? So if more central banks, like EU is also doing research on their digital currency, okay? So if more central banks are coming into the market with their digital currency, okay, then we may see more demand over there, okay, rather than higher demand here on the Bitcoin, right? So that can drive the value lower on Bitcoin rather than more higher, okay? And the other thing is that why price is rising, price is just rising based on speculation, okay, that Bitcoin is going to be the mainstream source for moving money across the borders, all right? Speculation. This is just a speculation, and based on that, it's just pushing higher, right? So for that, you should be a buyer over there and on the lows rather than at 20,000. Okay, you can buy at 20,000 just for short term. Short to medium, just follow the equities rule there on the Bitcoin. All right. So short term buy at the top, and when sharp sell is coming, counter that trend. Right. So Bitcoin to, yeah, let's look at these charts. When I was posting these charts, people were saying that this is not going to happen. Okay, so did we see similar kind of pattern over there or not? Okay, that was the pattern which we were anticipating. Okay, on this chart on the Bitcoin. So we have seen similar pattern on, okay, similar pattern on Bitcoin. Okay, so you look at there what people were talking about at that time, that the Bitcoin is not going to going to go up to 20,000, right? So finally it is at the 20,000, right? Okay, so what's next? The next is that you should be smart, as I have shown you. Okay, so people taken off 60 billion last week on this chart on the Bitcoin, and the total market cap right now is 360 billion. Yeah, at 19,000. Right. So if you're gonna buy it there for more upside, what's gonna happen? Again, big sharks gonna get into the market. Again, they're gonna liquidate their coins. Who's gonna lose money? You're gonna lose money. Okay, retail traders gonna lose money. So be smart. Don't buy them at that high, right? Avoid buying there. Try to liquidate your coins, all right? And look for this to drop. Yeah, another scenario. If it keeps pushing higher, let's say going for another 1 to 2,000, because volatility is there. Yeah, it can easily go for $1 to $2,000 move for more upside. Still, there's gonna be a counter trend move. Okay, not for upside, counter trend move. Okay, for the downside. So if I'm gonna look at the, okay, this formation, all right, this is the formation which is gonna stay there for longer term. So I'm gonna look at the lower time frame. All right, so we can see there it started to struggle. Okay, so it's struggling on this 4-hour time frame, struggling. Okay, so you're looking for a sharp breakout. Okay, so sharp breakout like that. Sharp breakout, get in, stop, and looking for this to drag more lower. Okay, so sharp breakout is not coming. There is no sharp breakout. Price is still pushing higher. Okay, so let these flags to break out for more upside. Okay, let these flags to keep pushing higher. Okay, break out, go higher, don't worry. Form another one, go higher, don't worry. Okay, form another one, go higher. 100% retracement. Okay, you get a bigger flag, all right, and then break from the top. Okay, this is what you are searching. Okay, that to happen from there, entry, stop. Okay, this is what you're gonna risk over there. Okay, so the short to medium term trade gonna be that. This is what you're gonna get over there. All right, and in longer term, what you're gonna get? Okay, you're gonna get that much money, right, up to there. Okay, so keep doing that every time when it is at the top. Now let's go to the market cap. Okay, because there you're gonna understand more rather than price. Okay, so last week we were looking there. Okay, so people took off almost 27 billion there. Okay, so this is what you are waiting for. So smart people to take their money away. When they're gonna take their money away, all right, and sellers gonna jump in, you're gonna see that. Okay, you're gonna see that kind of, you know, drop, aggressive drop. Okay, that's what you are waiting for. That's okay. So smart people to take their money away. When they're gonna take, then you're gonna see this. Okay, so that's what you are waiting for at the current price. Okay, so smart people to take their money away and this sharp sell to come, stop behind that correction and keep looking. This to keep dragging low. Okay, so what is interesting there on the cryptocurrencies? All right, so the interesting thing is that you shouldn't be a buyer there on these coins. Okay, you shouldn't be a buyer on the Bitcoin. But where you should be buyer, where you should pay more attention. Okay, you should pay more attention on these cheap coins. All right, there you should pay more attention on these cheap coins. Okay, last time when you see strength there, let's go to the daily chart. Okay, these coins are still behind the Bitcoin. Okay, means that they are still, I mean, running behind the Bitcoin. Okay, there. Okay, so when Bitcoin was running around 17,000, all right, so then these coins were sitting at the bottom, all right, so I think we had a market cap, the Bitcoin, so let me remove that. BTC and XRP. Let me fix this. Right, so XRP and then we're gonna pull out Bitcoin on it. All right, so let's look at this now. Yes, so there you can see when Bitcoin was running around. I told you that last week as well. When Bitcoin was running around 17,000, right? 17,000. Then Ripple was sitting at the 20 cent. Okay, and then you have seen rally over there. Okay, a quick move over there, and then it tagged $3. So these coins are still undervalued. Okay, sitting at the floor. Okay, on current price, and their market cap is still undervalued. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the weekly chart. So you're gonna see, you may see strength, or the strength is already there, okay, on Ripple against the Bitcoin. So you have seen, you know, tremendous strength there on Bitcoin. Then Ripple followed up. Okay, Ripple is trying to pop up. It's trying to pop up, trying to catch the Bitcoin. Okay, at that top at 20,000. Okay, so there you can see money. They can push up very, very aggressively back to that top 20,000. Okay, within next, like the way they have done there. See that? That's interesting thing. Okay, so there where you should follow. So we're gonna look at how you're gonna trade. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the lower time frame. All right, so last week we have seen strength and then correction. Okay, so push more lower. Okay, push more lower back to that this low or new low, and then keep dragging higher. All right, so move already happened. Get more deeper and then continue to go higher. So CM analysis goes with the other coins. Okay, so OITA undervalue. All right, so if I'm gonna, all right, so if I'm gonna look at the same way, the way I have just shown you the other charts. Okay, so they're undervalue. 2-day chart. Okay, so let's look at the 2-day chart. Okay, undervalue, OITA is undervalue, sitting at the floor. Okay, previously they went higher with the Bitcoin after, once Bitcoin made its move. Okay, then they go higher, they tag that. So sitting at the floor, same correction like the Ripple as I have shown. Okay, that correction to form previous bottom or new low, and then a quick move to follow up. Right, and Ethereum, okay, Litecoin same, sitting at the floor. OITA sitting at the floor. All coins are sitting at the floor, right? Dash sitting at the floor, sitting at the floor. Almost all coins are sitting at the floor. Okay, so we have seen some strength there on the Lumina, right? So it's gone more higher than the previous top, right? More higher than the previous top. So follow up these coins to follow up. All right, so wherever you are, whatever coin you are looking, but make sure you do some research before you buy those, you know, coins. All right, make sure you buy those. I mean, make sure you research, do some research. Okay, so that's it for today. IDEX, what is that? All right, let me check. What is that? I'm not sure what is that. If this is a coin, or I'm not sure what is that. Maybe a stock, or you know better than me. Okay, so I'm not sure about this, what this symbol mean, what this symbol is. But yes, it is cheap, sitting at the floor. What else you can do except buying it? Okay, so it's sitting at the floor. Whatever you can do except looking it to bounce off. All right. Oil. So we missed the oil. Yes, we missed the oil. Thank you for a reminder. Okay, we missed the energies. So oil is just pushing higher. Okay, so we need on oil to pull back, to correct, to counter. Okay, oil to drop. Okay, oil is same as I said before, that the risk on assets are still keep pushing higher. Okay, correct, bit deeper all the way back to that low. Okay, that low, or keep pushing higher slowly the way they are doing. All right, and same on the UK oil. Okay, deeper pullback, deeper correction, or keep pushing higher on the lower time frame. So natural gas to break down. Okay, already broken and drag lower, broken down and drag lower. Okay, so that's it, guys. Enough for this week. Hopefully you have learned something. All right, enough for this week. We'll see you back again in another week next week. Until then, bye bye. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and thanks again for coming into the weekly market outlook. Bye bye.